Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Today's video, well, this week's reviews are going to be slightly different. Unfortunately, me and Matt can't be together, so we have filmed each of our reviews separately and put them together so you still get both our opinions. Today we're going to be talking about Rupaul's Drag Race episode 2. It was an interesting episode. It had highs and lows. I'm sure Matt has been very vocal. I can only imagine what his opinions are. To keep things fun, we've not seen each other's reviews until we film them, so that way we can get each other's honest opinions without having the same views. So let's jump straight into it.
Hi everyone, I'm sure as Adam's already said, we're not together this week, but you'll still hear my opinions because I'm here in the flesh. So this episode was the Rusical. I really look forward to every time because it's like acting, singing, dancing all in one. Best sort of task to show the skills of the queens. But before we talk about that, we're going to talk about the mini challenge, which was voting give the members of the cast titles such as like the shadiest queen. So first off, Trade Minister was given to Tace, which I was not shocked by. There's not many lookers on this season. I didn't really buy into Tace as like, oh, I didn't expect to get given Trade of the season, but Tia Coffee was given the most basic, Baroness Basic, which made me laugh. I kind of see it. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it. And then the Shadiest Queen, which is a synonym for the bitchiest queen, let's be honest, was given to, I believe, a Hora, and I'm not surprised because she does kind of give me low-key bitch vibes. I think Lawrence Chaney won one. I can't remember specifically what it was. I think it was Cocky, but I'm not sure. Don't have much to say on that one.
So then we move on to the mains challenge, and this week's main challenge was to do a Rusical. Love these. Absolutely love these challenges because they are so funny to watch in like rehearsals, and they usually provide some good bops. As the winner of the mini challenge, Tia Coffee got to assign the roles, and she was quite fair with it. There was a little tiff over Ibiza, but the actress singer split can sing into a splits into 15 countries. Silver dress, red wig. Veronica Green, she ended up winning out. Rehearsals were super messy. There were some queens that weren't really prepared, let's say that. But overall, it made very good entertainment. I'm not going to talk about them too much. I'd rather talk about the actual performance. Main stage, lights on, performance starts, and there were some standouts. So I know I like discounted her in the first review, but Veronica Green absolutely slayed everything. Her performance, her energy, the vibe, everything she did was so amazing. I couldn't get over it.
I don't know if her performance was actually the best, but her runway was, like, the combination of that and her runway definitely meant that she should have won. Yeah, her performance was good, singing, dancing on the poles. I liked her performance.
Other standouts for me were Ginny Lemon. I thought she was absolutely hilarious. Tia Coffee's part was really good. I really enjoyed that. That was cute.
I'd say Tia, surprisingly, was another standout performance. I think maybe she was slightly better. I enjoyed her performance more, but her runway wasn't it. We'll get onto that later. Some other standout performances, I would say, were like Dysentery and the other rat. I can't remember what it was called. I believe it was Bimini. I can't remember who the other one was. I thought they were hilarious. I thought they did a good job.
Bimini was absolutely iconic in that whole thing. I'm glad she's got the comeback she deserved after the first week, although I still don't think she should have been in the bottom in the first week.
On to the weaker queens, I feel like Tace was easily the worst. She messed up her lines that kind of threw off Ellie. She gave off less energy than Ellie. I feel like she was too concerned with giving face, and not enough energy, performance, comedy. Like, it was lacking for me.
Tace was not great. I didn't think she was that bad. Like, I don't think she deserved to be in the bottom 2 for it. But, spoiler alert, she was in the bottom. But I can sort of see why she was. She didn't really know her lyric. Well, if she did, I couldn't tell because I couldn't understand what she was saying. Her performance was a bit lackluster. Considering she's a dancer, I was expecting a bit more.
So other than that, no one was really bad performance-wise. Maybe Cherry Valentine, who was also put in the bottom, was probably the next worst, but it was only because she wasn't confident. I don't think her performance was that bad.
Another person who really didn't do well was Cherry Valentine, as we'll find out later. Her performance wasn't great. She wasn't very memorable. She looked nervous. Although we did get a nice heartwarming moment where we found out more about her background, growing up as a traveller, and I think that was quite nice. It shed some light on a community that you don't really hear about very much in a positive light, unfortunately. So I think it was good for her to share her experience, and I felt like I came away learning something, which is always a great thing.
They also critiqued Lawrence Chaney, but I thought she did a good job, especially seeing as though how nervous she was.
Someone else that I really didn't think did well was the powerhouse Lawrence Chaney and Ahura. I really didn't think they were great. I'd probably say Lawrence Chaney sold it more. I probably would have put Ahura in the bottom over Lawrence, just because while I was watching it, although Lawrence wasn't great, I at least felt some confidence there, and there were some moments where her sort of ad-libs made me laugh. Whether that was her or the character, I don't know. But Ahura I just found boring, and especially when she was paired up with Bimini, who was giving it so much. Ahura was a little bit...
Yeah, moving on to the runway. The standouts for me was definitely Veronica. I really enjoyed her like C-3PO transition from her first runway look.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think her look on the runway for how it went from like a 1950s Stepford wife to like absolute genius. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Ginny Lemons made me laugh because it was like no like reveal, it was just her bum. And that made me laugh. Well, that was funny, very on brand.
Her runway look as well creased me up.
I'd say Ellie Diamond's was pretty good, 3 and 1. And all of them looked pretty good. Ones that were lacking on the runway, I would say, I believe it was Bimini with the balloons. That was a really cool idea. It just didn't work. It kind of gave me Asia vibes from season 10. Like in her last lip sync when she did the butterflies. Cool idea, and it didn't work, unfortunately, but at least she was safe anyway, so it didn't really matter. Was Tace. I thought her wig and her makeup was amazing, but her outfit wasn't it. It's like a morph suit that like I could get from a costume shop for a $5. Like,
can I just say, Tace is, I know everyone's saying it, but Tace looked absolutely stunning on the runway. I don't even care that her outfit wasn't really a 2-in-1, because it wasn't. It was, she took off the jacket of the first outfit to reveal the underneath of the catsuit. But her face, that bitch can do makeup.
Other weak runways, Tears was awful. I really didn't like the leather daddy. I know Michelle liked it, but I did not. And then that dress underneath was shapeless. Long, shapeless, looked ridiculous. The wig with it didn't go with it. All of it had no shape, just wasn't it. I'd say hers was probably one of the worst runways.
Her runway look, not so much, but I appreciate the effort she put in. The lip sync. So we had the winner being crowned as Veronica Green, rightly deserved. And then following that, Tace and Cherry Valentine were put in the bottom 2.
Tace and Cherry probably deserved to be in the bottom, so I don't disagree with the judging. Now let's talk about the lip sync.
This was the most boring lip sync I've ever watched in my life. I'm not opposed to slow songs, but this song went nowhere. The queens did nothing.
What a shocking lip sync that was. That was diabolical. Song was boring. They didn't move, they didn't really perform. I didn't think they lip synced very well. I don't know. It really underwhelmed. If anything, I think Taste was worse. She didn't move at all. I don't know, very thoroughly underwhelmed. And I feel like Taste's performance was also the weakest, and her lip sync was the weakest, so she deserved to go home. But at the same time, I do think she is probably one of the stronger competitors of this season. So if she went home, which she deserved to, in my opinion, it would have like detrimentally affected the competition. So I can kind of see why she didn't get sent home. I think she really did deserve to go home this week. At me, I'm sure some of you will. That's not to say that Cherry's lip sync was good, because I don't think it was either. I just thought both was very underwhelming and disappointing.
Honestly, either of them could have went for that performance. I wouldn't have been mad if both of them went. I think it was a really poor choice in song. I get that it was Memory from Cats, so that's sort of why they did it, because it was Rats the musical, so it was obviously blah blah blah. Overall, I really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was going like that, and then the lip sync sort of brought it straight back down. Me and Matt were watching it simultaneously on FaceTime, and Matt was with his parents, and it's the first time they'd sort of seen anything like that. And Matt had really hyped up the lip sync aspect of it, and then that was the lip sync, and it was wah, wah.
I thought that episode overall was good. I just really hated the lip sync.
But yeah, overall, I obviously enjoyed the episode, apart from the lip sync.
Anyway, thank you for joining.
Let us know what you thought.
Just chat to us. What was your opinion? We love to hear it.
If you believe Cherry going home was the right decision, if you believe Cherry should have even been in the bottom. But yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, talk to us.
I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed what Matt had to say. I can't wait to find out myself.
Other than that, join us for the next video.
And we will see you next week.